Welcome to Sarajevo, the capital of Bosnia and Herzegovina. This exceptional city has become one of our favorites in this region of the world. In this video, we will show you the deserted old town as it wakes up in the morning. For breakfast, we have cevapi. Without question, cevapi in Bosnia and Herzegovina is the best in the Balkans. We'll try Turkish tea for the first time. We explore a bit and stumble across some ruins right downtown, and then cap the day off with a casual dinner. Join us today. Good morning, just out for a walk. 7:15 in the morning here, Sarajevo. Just want to take you around and show you the city as it's kind of waking up. It's really quiet in the morning, temperature's really cool, sound of birds and air conditioning machines. That's what you hear. But if you get up early and you walk around, you'll see the cafes setting up for the day. Banks are already open. They open at 7 o'clock in the morning. But it's really nice to see the change in the city from being so busy and packed in the afternoons and evenings to the morning, where you can get a chance to kind of walk around in cooler temperatures and see the place, like I say, waking up. It's kind of neat. This is our last full day here. We came for 3 nights. We've still got an apartment in Mostar, but we thought we should come here and check it out. I really wish we had come for longer. In fact, I would do a long stay in Sarajevo for sure. The restaurant scene, if you watched some of the earlier videos, it's fantastic. Lots of great options. I think it's one of the best old towns, actually. It may be the best old town that we've seen. So this is the jewelry street that exists here. All the jewelers are on one road pretty much. And it's interesting when you come in the morning, of course, because all the shops have nothing in the windows. So this is a very international city for tourism. You will find people from all over the world here. We ran into people from England, Australia. That's a long way to go. There's lots of people having their Turkish coffee out in the mornings. It comes in these ornate containers that they make the Turkish coffee in. I've had Turkish coffee once. It's far too strong for me. All your cafes, restaurants, I can already smell meat and onions at 7:15. I mean, this is a common thing for breakfast in the mornings. But if you look down the streets, I mean, it's essentially the city's still in sleep, you know. And at nighttime, this place is just packed, full of entertainment. There's buskers with music. It's really awesome. Again, there's another mosque. There's certainly more mosques in the old town area than there are any other places of religious worship. Vendors getting ready, putting out their souvenir wares. A lot of the streets are wet in the morning. Shopkeepers come out and set up their stuff. They brush the street down. You've got here doners, kebabs, tortilla. So here's an example of all of your sweets in the window. Then they'll make the fresh baklava. They've got some still left from last night, but they'll have fresh stuff being made here as well. There's banks, ATMs all over the place. I recommend, in Bosnia and Herzegovina, you need credit as the bank. If you're coming here as a foreigner, no service charge withdrawals for foreigners. Not a common thing these days. And this little street we were down yesterday, this will be where you get all of your metalware. You can get these sort of special Turkish teapots. You can get your things for Turkish coffee. There's even pipes, and daggers that you can buy, ornate plates. But all these vendors they're just getting set up for the day, you know. This is the fun time to be out and about. What I like is, you know, people coming through with their kids, right? And you have these really fancy, ornate, like I say, Turkish coffee pot. But what'll happen is they'll put stuff out in the street as well. And inevitably, you'll hear the clanging. That actually is funny. The clanging of somebody picking one of these things up and dropping it on the ground, or the kids are knocking them over. And that's kind of funny. And then you got the look of the shopkeeper, and you got the parents scrambling to kind of hopefully put it away and not have to buy it, right? That kind of stuff happens. That I do find funny. Sometimes in some of these cities you get sewer smell and stuff like that. None of that here whatsoever. This would be top on my list. Reminds me of Belgrade a bit. I personally kind of like it better. Everyone's different, of course. This is a really walkable city, and if you want to get outside of the old town, you can hop on one of the trams. How do we find the costs here? I would say the costs are relatively similar throughout the Balkans, really, with the exception of here and Belgrade, Serbia being a little more expensive, but not a lot more expensive. So now the streets are starting to come more alive. More tourists coming, people maybe going to work. Got guys going down the street drinking out of a 2-liter beer bottle. Here on the street it says Sarajevo, meeting of cultures, and then east and west compass on the ground. So we'll go head back to the apartment, pick up Sarah, see what's going on. We are sitting down here in the old town for a traditional breakfast. We're having cevapcici. So the Bosnian cevapcici is supposed to be the best cevapcici anywhere in the Balkans. We're going to find out today. So you get your cevapi, you get bread, you get kaymak, cheese, and a little bit of onion. They're like little fingers. Your kaymak, cevapi, and a little bit of onion. Give it a try. No, the flavors together are so good. Just kind of eat with your hands a little bit.
I think those are the best cevapi we've had.
I agree. This is outstanding cevapi. But these are grilled. You can taste the smoke. So good. So when you order cevapi, you order by pieces. It comes usually in 5, 10, or 20. It doesn't get much better than that. When it comes to cevapi, this is really good. It's a great way to start the day. So it's just non-stop cevapi coming out of this place. This is what they're known for. Costs us 12 marks for 10. Good value. Now we're on our way. We're looking for, there's a place that sells tea. And we're hoping there's space on the patio so we can have tea. People watching is a free activity. And it's also very entertaining at times. So hopefully there's a spot here. We don't even know what kind of tea it is. So we're not sure which is the one that had the crazy teapots. Okay, so you only get the Turkish teapot if you have a large party. So we're just gonna end up with 2 cups of Turkish tea. But we've never had Turkish tea before, so let's see what it's like. Anyway, nice little spot here. Looking over the center of the square here, or center of the area, whatever. It's obviously not a square. It's nice and peaceful here, quiet. See what this Turkish tea is like. So you get these little Turkish cups with tea in them. There's loose tea leaves in there, and a spoon. We're not sure if you're supposed to put sugar in it or what. Alright, so she's gone with the sugar. I'm not sure yet.
So this makes more sense to me because you can take little teeny sips of it instead of taking teeny little sips of teeny little coffee, which I don't get. Mine are always gone in like 2 sips. So I might be a tea convert for this part of the world.
That's right. Not sure if you're supposed to put sugar in it, but that's what we got. So we'll give it a try here. Tastes like black tea with a lot of sugar in it. Not too bad. Again, like I said earlier today, I'm not a coffee guy here. These little silly coffees make no sense. Cappuccino maybe. But this tea, actually, this is good. Good for your digestion, I think, as well. Nice after a big breakfast like that. And also great to sit here and just people watch. One of the things that's so unique here that you just don't get back at home is, you know, the smell in the morning of, now we've got meat. You can smell all this meat being grilled, piped through the air right from the restaurants, and you know, the smell of meat at 10 o'clock in the morning is just not something you'd ever get at home, and it's so normal here. It's so normal to sit down and have grilled meats and stuff like this for the start of your day. So yeah, it's just great here, chilling on the patio, having your tea. Pretty relaxed, nice and cool in the shade. Great way to sort of get the day going. We'll go sit at another cafe a little later. We just hang out for hours, just watching what's going on. You know, and I can't say it enough, the smell of meat in the air. Like if you sat here all day, you'd go home just smelling like smoked meat. If you had a dog, it would be all over you. You know, this kind of cafe social culture just, it's non-existent in Canada. Nothing even close to this. This is something I would really miss if I was to return home. So if you're in Sarajevo in the old town and you want tea, right near the fountain here in the middle is where you want to go. So 8 marks for 2 cups of tea, small ones. I don't think there's any other sizes, but that was good. Look at all these maps in town here. You can see all the things that you might want to go see.
So we feel like we've gotten a little better at picking eating spots. There's a couple things that usually point to a decent place. One is lots of locals. This probably won't surprise many people who have traveled a lot. One is lots of locals. Secondly, a menu that's not in English. And thirdly, a menu that's short. You know, you don't want offerings for everybody that's looking for everything. The Cevapi place that just had Cevapi and Pleskovica was great. Our breakfast yesterday, the local food offerings, buffet style, fantastic. You know, short menus are the better menus generally in this part of the world, I think.
That's right, everything specializes. If you want Cevapi, you go to a Cevapi place, mixed grill place. If you want seafood, you go to a seafood place. Pasta, hit and miss. You might find someone that does Italian pasta here. But if you have a place that has like a whole bunch of stuff on the menu, it's hard to say unless they have a professional chef. And some of those restaurants do. A lot of these places are just using old grandma's recipes, and I mean, grilling meat is simple. If you see tourists at a place, that's generally not where you go. We do find Google is a good resource for looking for sometimes higher end meals like the one we had last night. Even though still very basic traditional food, it was cooked to a level which is elevated from what you would get if you went to the average place on the street. So we're interestingly here outside of this market, and there's some kind of ruins here.
It's the remains of an old Han that was built in the 1500s and then destroyed in the fire of 1879, according to the plaque back there.
What does an ancient Han mean?
It's like an inn for travelers, I believe.
Cool to know. It's time to find a place to sit. It's getting hot in the sunshine here. The place is cool in the morning. As soon as that sun comes up, 10 o'clock, it is hot. And I've grown increasingly tired of walking around in the heat over the months. So I try to avoid that now. Get out of this for a while. So the midday siesta is over. It's now just past 5 o'clock. We're thinking about getting something to eat. We're trying to beat the heat by having a nap in the day, but it's just sweltering hot here. So all of the really good places to eat that we were thinking of have pretty full patios. You can't sit outside. And then some of the places just too expensive for what you're getting. Some of them just too expensive for what you're getting. So we're gonna walk out of the old town more to the edge of it. See if we can find something there. It's funny, we're walking around as tourists and it's kind of too touristy for us. I mean, we've just been in so many tourist areas over the past, you know, nearly 6 months that we like looking at them, but sometimes you just get You just get burned out from all the tour groups walking around and all that. You get tired of the whole touristy trap part of some of the restaurants ripping you off. A lot of them are really honest and have really good fair prices. Some of them are just ridiculous. So we are at Downtown Cafe Bar. They have a restaurant, they've got a grill. Sarah's ordered some mushroom soup. I have ordered their double XL burger, all beef. It's not Paskavica, so this should be interesting how good this is. Anyway, it's nice, it's cooling down in the evening, and it's just a kind of a quick bite to eat. It's really nice here in the street, you know, the social atmosphere, the ambience, it's beautiful.
So it really isn't soup weather, but sometimes soup is just what you want. This is good.
Right, because when it's 35 degrees, what you want is a hot bowl of soup.
Whatever.
All right, so I have got the double XL burger. Comes with fries. Kind of got an interesting bun with it. Not your typical bun that you would expect with a hamburger, but... All right, so we'll dig into this burger and see how it is. First, we're gonna check the fries. Yep, they know how to make fries. So good. So the burger is 2 patties, some cheese, lettuce, and a strange looking bun. Has some tomato on it. That's a big burger. And some kind of sauce on it. Looks almost like Thousand Island. Anyway, we'll give it a try. That's great. There's some spice in the seasoning, spice in the sauce. It's really good. This is quite the burger. Oh wow. A lot of places charge you for sides, mayo, mustard, ketchup. Not here. Prices here are very reasonable. The soup is 5 marks, which is about $3.50. The burger is 10 marks, which is about $7. We'll put some other currency conversions down below.
This is good. It's got little, I don't know if they're little croutons or cheese or what. There's some little crunchy things in the soup. They're tasty. And it comes with this yummy local bread to dip in. Look at that.
This burger's really good. It's kind of a mix between a Paskavica and a Western burger because of the bun. It doesn't have a hamburger bun. But it's very good. So if you're here, you're pretty much, you're going to be on a meat diet. And there are options, but at the end of the day, this is really about beef here. It's all about meat. And one thing here, as like anywhere in the Balkans, like the portions are big. You're always going to have enough food for what you order. You'll never leave hungry. This is my second serving of beef today. Beef for breakfast, beef for dinner. No lunch. Too hot for lunch. And the breakfast is so big, you don't even need lunch. So we'll go for the last bite here, finish this thing off. What a great burger. Ronald McDonald has nothing on that. Not the best burger I've had in the Balkans. If you look at our other videos, you'll see probably the best is the one actually from Serbia. If you go back and look, you'll see my video, the biggest burger in Serbia. About anything. What a wonderful day. We thank you for joining us. We hope you like what we're doing. Hit the subscribe button down below, and we'll see you in the next one. Do viđenja.
Do viđenja.